Our Gardens program works to create community food security through personal and social change through sustainable agriculture. Our network of community gardens are utilized to promote and teach sustainable organic growing practices, to grow healthy, nutritious food for the Gunnison Valley people, and preserve and promote green space.
I really appreciate Mountain Roots because they've provided the opportunity for me to work with plants and work with people in the community. And it's something that my soul was longing for. And I think many people are longing to remember their relationship to plants, that direct relationship.
For me, the little miracle is every time I go over to the garden, I feel better. I always do.
It holds a completely different energy for people who come to our town and they're checking things out and they're walking down Main Street looking at all these places that are expecting money from them, and then you come to our garden and it's a free open space for the public.
We get people that visit here from all over. And when they come by the garden, they're astounded.
A lot of people notice, and it changes people's ideas about what we can do up here.
By and large, what most people say is that they are completely dumbfounded that we have a garden that large, that productive, at this altitude. That's beautiful.
We are feeding a lot of people. We're feeding them food, and we're also feeding their spirits.
We had a production garden last year, and we lost it because it was on a piece of real estate that needed to be sold. And it was pretty heartbreaking, actually. One thing I've really noticed is that every time that we establish a garden that we are able to have in perpetuity, we've had tremendous success with production and with attracting people that are willing to work in it. The little miracle that I see in this is that there's so much conversation and so much compassion and caring and it just a level of collaboration that goes on that I don't even really think that we should call it a community garden anymore. I think we should call it a collaborative garden.
For the past few years, most of our garden space has been donated to us by private landowners. As a result, we've lost 2 gardens and a total of 2/3 of an acre over the past year. That's why we need your help to build a permanent large-scale garden at the Gunnison Community Center. Our vision is to transform this 900 square foot youth garden into a 10,000 square foot ecosystem garden. Imagine this space with 24 4x16 raised beds that anyone can rent for just $30 and grow over 100 pounds of fresh organic food every year. Another large space will serve as the common ground, producing over 1,000 pounds of food for donation to people in need, and serving as a classroom space for demonstrations and workshops. A wide bed of flowering perennials will attract birds, bees, and pollinators to the garden. And in the future, we'll build a greenhouse where we can start seeds before the snow melts and grow warm weather crops like tomatoes and bell peppers all summer long. Seniors like Barb and Kathleen will be able to come to the garden for weekly gardening classes and therapeutic opportunities, and then use the produce they've grown 3 times a week in the meals they cook for the senior meal program Young at Heart. Kids like Vicente, Hayes, Sophia and Maggie, and Selena will come to our youth summer camps and learn how food choices affect the health of their bodies, the environment, the economy, and our community. Just $2,500 will help us launch this project and begin to provide fresh local produce to the residents of our rural mountain town.
So, please help us grow.
So help us grow.
Help us grow.
Help us grow!
So help us grow!
So pledge your donation today and help us build a sustainable food future for the Gunnison Valley. Thank you for your support.
You know, I'm grateful in a lot of ways that Mountain Roots is here in town. And last week we had one last miracle. We took the row covers off after an extended freeze, and we had almost a full harvest. Every bed gave up something. We were harvesting kale and herbs and lettuce and carrots. Who would have thought? I mean, here we are. I mean, you know, we're already skiing here, and we actually had a crop. So it's like the garden doesn't want to quit.